there always comes a point in our lives when we start thinking about our accent in English. How do I sound? Can native speakers understand me? How can I be more like them? These were the questions I asked myself 4 years ago when I decided to work on my accent and switch to the American pronunciation. But guys, the reason why I chose the American accent was because of me, not because what other people think and not because what is popular right now. I personally love the way it sounds, and I hope I can make you like the American accent as well. So in this video, I want to share some of the secrets of the American pronunciation I've learned so far. And believe me guys, some of those secrets are going to be pretty surprising to you. But first I want to mention here that I have a whole playlist on my channel dedicated to accent training. So if you're interested, you can check it out after you watch this video. So let's talk about the first interesting thing that a lot of people called dropped syllables. So in one of my previous videos, I talked about the reasons Americans speak so fast. And one of the reasons was that they drop a lot of vowel sounds and consonant sounds as well. So we all know that a lot of the changes happen with the T sound. For example, in this sentence, instead of saying that cat was really cute, Americans would say that cat was really cute. So this is a stopped T. But I think a lot of people are not familiar with the dropping of vowel sounds. And this is actually something very, very interesting. So instead of saying chocolate with 3 syllables, you should say chocolate. Instead of saying broccoli with 3 syllables, again, you should say broccoli. This way, you will be speaking faster. And this is exactly why Americans drop all their sounds, they change them. The reason is that they just want their conversation to flow, This is very important here. And now guys, let's practice this rule by doing this exercise together. Actually, aspirin, average, basically, beverage, different, extraordinary, evening, every, family, generally, broccoli. And guys, I highly recommend you to use everything I'm teaching you today in conversations, because this is exactly how you'll be able to change your pronunciation and speak with a more American accent. And I think you can do that by joining Lingoda's Language Sprint. Lingoda is an online language school that connects students from across the world with native speaking teachers in live immersion classes. Currently, on their platform, you can study English, business English, French, Spanish, and German. And Lingoda hosts one-on-one or group learning sessions on Zoom for students for all levels from beginner to advanced. And if you're ready to see real progress in your language learning journey, you should consider joining Lingoda's Language Sprint, which is an intensive language challenge where you take either 15 or 30 classes a month for 2 months. And if you attend all the classes, you can get 50% or 100% cash back. And as you guys remember, I regularly take open conversation classes on their platform because they help me connect with new people and practice the expressions that I've learned. And here is a little sneak peek from my previous class. Yeah, hello. Nice to meet you. My name is Ron. So guys, I just had my open conversation class, and as usual, I wanted to share my thoughts after this lesson. First of all, I absolutely love taking Lingoda's classes because I love the fact how easy it is to book classes on their platform. You just go, pick the course, pick the class, and done. It's very easy, just in a matter of minutes. And another thing that I especially love is that you can take a class anytime. So they have the same classes at different times. This way, you'll be able to choose the best time for you. And so guys, if you're looking to reach the new heights in your target language, then the Lingoda Language Sprint is exactly what you need to stay motivated and committed to your goal. Click the link below for more information and use my code VeronicaMay for 20 euros or $25 off of your deposit. Now let's talk about intonation. So let me tell you a little story here. My friends always laugh at me when I say interesting because I love saying interesting in English all the time. For example, if they're telling me a very interesting story, I might say, wow, that's interesting. And sometimes when people say interesting, they don't actually mean that it's interesting, guys? So here it's very important to have the correct intonation. And sometimes my intonation is a little weird, so my friends think I'm joking, or they think that I feel like something they are doing is weird. Let me give you an example here. So one of my friends, he collects eggshells for his plants. So instead of just throwing them out, he collects them in a jar and then he uses them for his plants. And when I learned about that, I was like, interesting. And my friend was like, what does it mean, Veronica? Does it mean that you actually think it's interesting or you think it's weird? And I think Americans really understand the power of intonation and the power of always being so polite and friendly and welcoming, even though maybe sometimes they don't really want to talk to you, they don't really think what you're saying is interesting. So let me give you another example. Imagine you bought a new dress and you're showing it to your friends and they might say, wow, this dress is so cool. But in reality, they don't really like this dress. And for some people, this might be a problem because in some cultures, it's very common to be very direct. For example, in my culture, a lot of people are direct. If we don't like something, we just say it, we say, yeah, this dress is kind of, not that cute. We don't really like it. But in America, people are very conscious about being polite and friendly and not hurting another person's feelings. And I think what will help you with your intonation in English and understanding, the intonation of native speakers better is watching TV shows. For example, Friends. Friends is a great TV show where people are interacting with each other in just day-to-day conversations. It's very interesting to watch what expressions they say and how they say them. Now let's move on to this word in English. The. So this article, we use it all the time, and this is something that a lot of people are unfamiliar with, and I'm talking about the pronunciation of this article. So when the article the is followed by a vowel sound, we pronounce it as E. So we say the. For example, you might say the apple, right? The orange. But if the article the is followed by a consonant sound, we have to say the. And here again, a lot of people make the mistake of saying that, and this is not that. So to illustrate the word better, try to say fun. So this is the exact sound you have to make when you say the. So just let's get rid of this F and let's try to say thun, and then just say the, and that's it. Thun, the. This is how this article is supposed to be pronounced. So for example, you might want to say the world or the banana. But there's another interesting situation when native speakers might say the even if the next word begins on a consonant sound. They do this to put an emphasis on the word, and we call it the emphatic the. So you might be talking to your friend and they might tell you, I saw the president yesterday. And obviously you're shocked. You're like, wow, the president of the United States? And your friend is like, yeah, can you imagine? So first, your friend was just like, it's a regular conversation, so that's why they said, I saw the president. But you're so shocked, you want to place emphasis on this word, and that's why you're saying the president. That's crazy. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys here is slang. In casual speech, when Americans talk to their friends and acquaintances, they will use slang a lot. So a very common example is instead of saying $10, you can say 10 bucks. And instead of saying I don't have any money, you can say I'm broke. And guys, if you want me to make a dedicated video about American slang, let me know in the comments because it's a very interesting topic and there's so many things I could teach you. But for now, I leave the links in the description to some of the interesting books that I like that helped me learn more about the American slang and like some idioms and expressions that Americans use all the time. So guys, I think it's gonna be it for this video. Make sure to check out Lingoda's Language Sprint and use my code Veronica May to get a discount. And as always, make sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram. You can continue watching more videos about accent training and American accent in general by clicking right here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!